What's going on, everybody? Today is May 24th, 2021. And my people, it's about that time.
Like a boss.
Live from the USA, helping you get paid every day. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the Cristo of crypto. It's your boy BK. And if you don't like me, you must not like money. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Today we will be looking at a live market update for Bitcoin, for crypto, and for the blockchain. This is a complete crypto market meltdown. Not too long ago, we were sitting north of $50,000. And right now, Bitcoin is treading water north of 37,000. We're going to get into the charts, show you how you can make some money, and show you what might be the best asset for you to invest in during this downtime in the market. So if this is your first time tuning in, congratulations, baby. You are now rocking with the best. My name is BK, also known as the Crypto Trader, and I'm the boss of these charts, as you will soon find out. Every day I grace this microphone with my voice is another day you can profit as a result, so ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's go ahead and make this money. Real quick, we do have a new channel on Library for all of our decentralized social media users at Bitcoin on LBRY, the decentralized, uncensored, unrestricted platform for multimedia is now available. Come holler at me on there at Library at Bitcoin. We also have a free Telegram channel for crypto trading support. The link is in the description. And also, I don't know if you noticed it, but we got a little icon up there. We're giving away some free Litecoin. Every live stream that I do, my gift to you is to give away some free LTC. I think before our lifetime is over, we may see Litecoin as a common everyday currency, right? And especially with the Lightning Network. And I think, this could be one of the best assets for people to own equity in moving into the future. And so without further ado, I'm going to pick a winner. This will be a very, very easy process. I said, leave your Litecoin wallet, y'all, for your chance to win some free LTC. And it looks like we had a grand total one person do it, Miss Jan A. So let's do this right now. Let's bring this up. I have Electroneum linked to my Litecoin wallet. And so we're going to copy and paste her wallet in there. And then, what is it, May 24th? And let's see, how much is Litecoin running for these days? Let's give her $5, right? 0.030. Right. $5.030. Boom, boom. Send it. How do we do it? I think it's this one, right? Amount to be sent, mining fee. Yes, yes, yes. All that is good. There you go. Payment sent. Got a blockchain transaction. Electroneum. This is en route, right? So it's just that easy to get paid, people. I'm one of the rare birds on YouTube that, give away free, insightful information, and I give away free money. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to change the world. I'm trying to change your life. So if you are with that, it's one thing you need to do. Subscribe right now. Turn your notifications on. I'm doing these live streams a lot more often, even in these downtrodden times. I'm here to shed light and insight on how we can, navigate the storm, and survive the flood of fiat in these dark and desperate times. I think we've basically proven to ourselves beyond a reasonable doubt that Bitcoin is indeed the future. So it doesn't really matter to me how much Bitcoin is trading for today, tomorrow, next week, a year from now. It could be $10, it could be 10 million. Who cares? The inevitable truth is that Bitcoin is value and the dollar is not, right? If you go back in history and you look up the, I believe it was a Greek dollar, D-O-L-L, how do you say drachma? Okay, maybe it wasn't Greek. It comes from like Greek though. It's like it was a weight. No, it was like, how did they say it? Like the dollar, right? And it was like a weight, right? It was a debt because you put, this unified weight on the scale, and that was the original concept for the dollar. You know what I'm saying? Now we have a piece of paper, that has some type of, idealized value. But to be honest, the dollar doesn't have any value, right? Because if I walked up to you right now and I said, hey, I want you to come paint my house and I'll give you $1 for it, you look at me like I was crazy. You say, no, I'm not doing that for $1. I want X amount of dollars. So you, in turn, are the one that gives the dollar value. The dollar is just a medium of exchange, right? You could trade in buckets of sand or, bricks or, tulip bulbs. It doesn't matter. Or Bitcoin, right? It's just a medium of exchange, right? You have all the value. And as a result, you have the capability to limit and mitigate your exposure to risk in the market, in times of uncertainty like this. Let's jump into the charts. This is BTC on the USD on a 343. I'm using 3 simple moving averages. This is called the Boss Method. It's a very, 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 very simple methodology. 3 simple moving averages, white, blue, and the gray. And really, in all honesty, it's really only 2 moving averages you need to pay attention to. The white and the blue, right? This is a 7 and a 77 on a 343. And when the white goes above it, you buy it. When the white goes below it, you let it go. Buy, sell. Buy, sell. And you see, over time, we literally have the compound growth rate working in our favor. For example, right here on this one trade of Bitcoin, buy, sell, boom, boom. Right here. Buy, sell, boom, boom. Right here. Buy, sell, right? That's north of 120% in roughly 3 months, right? Let's call it 3 months break even, right? On the other side, it helps you to preserve your loss because once the market kicks you out, you really don't have exposure to an asset decreasing in value over time. For example, right here, we would have took a loss, buy it, or I'm sorry, on this side, let's just split this thing down the middle, right? Buy it, sell it, we would have made 6% right there. And then the market just, bam, done, right? So we actually sold right here before that market dropped. It bounced back up. Even if we would have got back in right here, that's a small gain right there, right? 2%. And it's like you just inch the profit out of the market. And then by the time that final fall happened, we're out. We're done, And so this is an amazing innovation, I believe, in the world of statistical analysis and crypto trading. Again, it's called the Boss Method. I teach it in my VIP trading groups very, very well. So if you're interested in this, just check out the VIP trading communities available to you on bossofbitcoin.com. Now, let's jump into these charts and let's say what's up to everybody on the live stream. We are live streaming. This is syndicated all over the world. Welcome with open arms. How y'all people doing? Game of crypto. Cookie Berryman. It's good to see you. I ain't seen you in a while. Cookie been like 2 years, right? Holly, Ayo, Brandon, what's up with the Litecoin? You said that you would send. Didn't I just send it? Didn't I just send some Litecoin? If you won and you didn't get, let me address this specifically. Just hit me up on Facebook. It's very easy to get a hold of me. So if for whatever reason, I didn't get you no Litecoin because I just sent some out today, it's on the blockchain. So if I didn't get you yours, there's about 6 different ways to get to me. Pick one and we will go from there, right? Let's go. Here we go. Let's bring my chart. And the easiest way, honestly, is on Facebook or Telegram at the Boss BK on Telegram, right? That's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me because I'm on Telegram every day, right? So here we go. This is our Bitcoin chart at the moment. Boom, boom, right? One of the things you can notice right away is we've broken through kind of what we needed to catch on, which was this intermediary support. That was around 37,000. Right now, Bitcoin's trading price is 37.5. So it's trying to catch on that level, right? We do have another support level right here at 32,000. And this one is a much stronger support. You see how those candles came in and just got bought right back up? That's because on this side, you have a lot of buyers and sellers on both sides. Bullish at 32K and bearish at 32K. It doesn't really matter. You know, all you need is the volume to suffice when you have an oversell like this, right? So what would be great is if Bitcoin could catch, hold, and stay right there at 37,000, right? The problem is, I don't think that's gonna happen, right? Because when we look inside this thing, it's like you know, a doctor, a physician, right? This is the X-ray of Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin's X-ray right here, right? Problem we have is the 7 is net negative. This thing is like a roller coaster, right? The 7's negative, the 77 is negative, and now the 231 is negative. So in order for candles price action to go like that, they have to go through 3 different boundaries, 3 different forces, right? Imagine it's like waves in the ocean. You got the top layer wave, just the waves that we see on top of the water. You got the underwater current, and then you got the, what do they call it? Like the ocean stream. Like they got streams, rivers in the middle of the ocean that really control the temperature and the flow of the ocean, the whole system. That's kind of what this 231 is. That's like the macro, the M2, bam. You can't overcome that. Candles cannot overcome the 7, the 77, and the 231 all in one run. It just doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? They could go up and then they could beat one of them. So essentially we could have these candles go up to say the 77 level, which is right here, right? Right up to about 45, but then they would just get hit right back down because the 231 is coming on top of it, right? And so I say all that to say this. Bitcoin more than likely will be seeing another fall. Another red flag, and I gave this insight to my VIP trading group, both groups, the Profit Package and the Boss Alert Messages, is that when you jump over to say Coin Market Cap, right? And you look at the correlation, the syndication between these 3 different categories on the side, 7-day, 24-hour, and 1 hour. Right? 7-day was absolutely horrible. It's all red, 20, 30, 40% even. Across the board, right? Top 50 coins across the board. 24-hour is all green. 20%, 15%, 30%, 20%, 20%, 40%, right? 1 hour is still mostly green. 2%, 3%, 4%, 3%, 0%. You see what I'm saying? This is a coordinated market. And so across the board, what you want to see is like freckles, like specks, to where, you know, it really is no clear pattern, right? This is probably 70, 80%, you know, 60, 70% correlated with regards to what direction it is. Either it's very bad, very good, or somewhere in the middle. You see, and that's literally the spread. It can't get any more black and white than that. I say all that to say this. That means that the coordination, the syndication that was required to crash one of the most valuable assets in the history of humanity will most likely continue, because it's continuing right now, right? It existed 7 days ago, it existed 24 hours ago, and it existed 1 hour ago. You see what I'm saying? And now this will more than likely continue, right? Now, we do have buyers and sellers over here, so it may take some time. It may take, say, a week for BTC to continue falling. You might even get, as I mentioned, you might get a false rally up here to, you know, the wicks of the 77, which is probably around 42 to 44,000. You know, you could see Bitcoin jump up here, you know. Don't jump in it at 42. This thing, you know, even right there, I think that's probably a fair price, 40 grand, right? I think 40, 42, 42, 44 is probably going to be the ceiling that you see. Bitcoin can, you know, we call this like an underwater bounce here, where it just bounces and bam, gets smacked right back down. Got kicked in your chest. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Boondocks fan. You know what I'm saying? Big, right? And so now we have to start to look at what other levels are in this chart that Bitcoin will want to catch on. Right here, this is a very, very, very big psychological level. I just gave you that one. That's kind of what we're settling into right now. But as we fall, the problem is going to be that we just have these little bitty levels on the left-hand side that the market is going to try to clinch on. We got that one. We got that one. And honestly, we probably won't catch until we fall down there. And that's the problem with Bitcoin. When it rallies so big and so quick, it almost sets itself up for destruction because you don't have the psychological agreement on the left-hand side to substantiate market consolidation on the right-hand side, right? This was just one shot, bam, straight through both of those buying and selling points. So more than likely, on the other side, it'll be one shot and fall, right? These price points were not big enough were not strong enough to act as a ceiling for Bitcoin. You see that? They just struck that little point and then bam, shot through it. So then more than likely, they will not be strong enough to hold as a floor either. We could be witnessing one of the greatest sell-offs in the history of BTC. This could go from 60K to say 12,000, you know, because that's where this thing comes, right? Now, do I think it's going to go to 12,000 inside a month? No. Do I think it's going to go to 12,000 inside 3 months? No. But I'm giving you information based on the likelihood that the price points we are witnessing right now, if 32K doesn't hold, well then we better cross our fingers and hope that 26 does, right? But it's going to take time, right? This thing is definitely going to take time. This is a long forming breakdown, right? Let's see here. We could do a Fibonacci, and when we talk about time, this is one of the tools that we use. Let's do it on a 77. I'm gonna clean this thing up real quick. We'll jump on a 77. So again, guys, I'm trying to, you know, help enlighten the world with regards to this newly found blockchain technology. If you appreciate this, I appreciate you. Just hit that red subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, you know. And let's jump into this chart a little bit more, right? One of the things we could do, I already did this, freestyle on a Fibonacci, boom, boom. This one has a chance. 23 has a chance to hold. I think that's the intermediary, because that's the 1-6 on this big run, right? So essentially you got 1, 2, 3, and then 3 was kind of like the run up, and now you're starting to look at going down. So I think our price target is probably going to be around 23,000 once we break through 28. You see that? And actually once we break through 31, because 28 won't even hold, right? Because now I'm looking at this price point right here. You see how it held right there? That's what we're going to come down to next, right? That's probably going to happen inside a week. We'll be at 32K. Again, we could get like a little false rally here, you know, but more than likely, bam, come right back down, right? And that's going to be 32K. Hopefully we go flat for a week, but more than likely we have an extended sell-off that takes us down to around 24, right? Now we're starting to cook with some gas. Now we can start to extend some of these psychological lines out. Look at that. This was the most important line right here, and we just fell through it. This was like kind of like our slow run rally right here. And it's bad. Like, once you fall through that, you know, as long as we were above that line, we were good. Once you fall below it, well, now you basically got to do the opposite. And that is to take one probably here to here. You know, even if we did top to top, these aren't perfect in their, you know, time scale dimension, but it helps you visualize. Now we have to come above that red line in order to start going back positive again, right? Because we're below our growth rate. So now we have to break above the decline rate, which is right here. Right? That means more than likely this is going to be a pretty important day. Look, it's right there lined up where I had that next big drop coming. I could see that happening. That's early July, 4th of July. You know, I know a lot of times the CJBs like to time these syndicated market movements around major holidays. So, you know, and this is what I wanted to talk about in this video. So I'm glad, you know, it brought us back to it. What you're looking at right now is the definition of what's called irrational exuberance, right? And this is not with regard to Bitcoin. You have to understand, Bitcoin is a new asset. Bitcoin was just invented 10 years ago. They've been making hundreds of billions of dollars on Wall Street for about a century now, right? And it just keeps on going up. You know what I'm saying? There is no end to how high it will go, apparently. Why is this, you might ask? Well, because there is no end to how much money they can print to buy such said commodity stocks and assets over time. Basically, they keep printing more and more and more dollars, right? To push this chart higher and higher and higher. And so the dollars that you have are essentially deemed less valuable, right? This is why a cup of coffee is crazy. I went to Starbucks this morning. I paid $6 for a latte. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell, who the hell is selling coffee for $1.59. I just paid $6 at Starbucks, right? Somebody help me if I'm wrong. Where can I buy a $2 cup of coffee? It doesn't exist anymore, right? I might be able to make one in my house for around $2, but you know, Starbucks selling them for $4.50 to $6 pretty easily. And that's because the money keeps getting printed. Like the circulating supply keeps increasing, and so therefore the realized value of each additional dollar goes down lower and lower and lower. If you're not familiar on what irrational exuberance is, this is a term you should realize. It was used by Alan Greenspan in a speech with regards to the dot-com bubble of the 1990s. Basically, the easy, let's see, but how do we know when irrational exuberance has unduly escalated asset values, which then become subject? Okay, he's just talking. That's regular people don't understand that. Essentially, you can think about it like drinking the punch at a party, right? Like somebody spiked the punch, right? Right? As long as you at a party, right? And you're drinking, it's a great feeling, right? But once that bowl goes empty, and you drank all the bowl, you drank all the punch with the liquor, vodka, rum, it was a rum runner, it was amazing, beautiful. Put you right where you wanted to be that night, right? But when you wake up the next morning, and you have all that poison and toxin just sitting in your body overnight, you're not gonna feel too good, right? In fact, you might throw up, you might just be hungover, you might not want to do anything for a while. Go take you out of commission. Well, that's exactly what we have right now. The punch has been spiked. Everybody is partying, and them CJBs on Wall Street are having a time of their life, right? That is the definition. And they've been doing it for the better part of, what, a decade now. I think when Obama was in office, we had a small chance to have what should have been a correction. But, you know, all the way through, this thing has just continued to go hot, right? Now, a lot of it has come from the underlying conditions of technology companies essentially ruling the value of the American dollar. Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google, now Tesla, Microsoft is in there as well. And so these technology companies are making huge amounts of money, especially during COVID. Like they made ridiculous amounts of money, right? Because all the regular businesses closed, and so now it's like, well, I can't go out to the store and support my local grocery anymore. Well, might as well just buy some shit off Netflix. Might as well buy some shit off Amazon. You know what I'm saying? And so now, I believe Cliff High referred to this moment in time in a video about 10 years ago that I watched. Maybe not 10, but about 5 years ago, around 2018, 2019. He said what we were going to witness in the next decade. He said Bitcoin was going to be good. Wall Street was going to be good. It was literally going to be the Roaring Twenties, right? And for those of you that are unaware, the Roaring Twenties refers to the decade in the 1920s when everything was amazing. That punch bowl was full. Everybody was drinking. The girls was dancing. You know what I'm saying? And it was an amazing time. This was the Roaring Twenties. Well, fast forward 20 years, fast forward 100 years, and I think we have the exact same situation now, to where everything is good. Your 401k is returning 18% a year, and the money just keeps flowing in. It doesn't ever stop. Wait until it does. And that is when the chicken will be coming home to roost. And that is the moment we are preparing for on this channel. And that will be the moment of truth, where the punch bowl runs out and we realize, oh my God, it was all an immaculate illusion. You know what I'm saying? None of this stuff had any value in the beginning. None of it has any value now. And oh my God, where's my 401k? Where's my house? Where's my car that I financed? They took it back. They took everything. What do I do now? Well, that's when the floodgates will reopen and the world will be, looking for alternative assets that can preserve their wealth over time. Looking at this chart, I think, again, we have a very, very, very good catch basin right there at 32K. And if we don't catch on to that, look out below, because it's going to fall probably, somewhere in between 25 and 20,000, right? Hopefully it holds. Even right here, you can see on a daily chart, the 231, we're basically coming right up into the institutional safety net right there. 231 on a daily is really like the whales. That's like the whales right there, right? And so this price point right here needs to hold. But again, the problem is, even on a daily, you can see it right now, the 77 is already hooking down, right? So even if we pop here, we still got to drop. And so now we need to form a double bottom at 30 to hope it holds, right? Let's see what questions we got in the chat. If you have any questions or if you want to see any charts, this is the time of the video that I do that information. So, if you're in the chat right now and you want to see a chart, then just throw that in the chat. Let's see. And I think one of the best assets for you to hedge yourself against the inevitable collapse of the petrodollar is that of silver, right? Bitcoin and silver. I would say gold, but I think the rate of growth on silver is going to outpace the rate of gold, probably 3-to-1. So silver, I would say, is a better investment. Plus, you could buy it for $30, right? I've been telling you to buy silver since it was like $12, $15, $17, damn near doubled in price, and it's still cheap, Silver has been real money, quote, sound money, for thousands of years. Empires were built on precious metal, right? And so it's right now, you can still get it delivered to your front door for pennies on the dollar, $32, $9.99 pure fine, right? And I don't have no referral code, no click-through link. Like, just go on appmex.com if you haven't done it yet and buy you 1 ounce of silver for $30, right? Because as this correction continues, you may see some realized value on the blockchain, some losses on the blockchain. However, if you're able to hedge yourself with an asset that is increasing in value, well, then you can offset that risk, right? And when we look at silver, silver has increased in value about 14% during the same time that Bitcoin has decreased in value since April 1st, right? That's a nice trend to buy into, right? April 1st, you got 14%. Bitcoin on April 1st did about the exact opposite, right? And so you can see the games that the CJBs play, and a lot of people try to ask the question, well, why did Bitcoin's price go down? It's very, very, very easy. I'll say it as simply as I can. Because the rich motherfuckers with money wanted it to. It's that easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, let's see. Janet Yellen came on TV, and you know we ain't heard from Janet Yellen in 10 years. Everybody thought she was dead. She tweeted that Bitcoin was going to go down, and that's what happened. Like, no. You have a lot of people with a lot of money, and they work together to make more money, and they wanted Bitcoin's price to go down. Guess what? They wanted silver's price to go up. Guess what? They wanted NASDAQ to go up. You know what I'm saying? So us on the receiving end is like, well, I don't know. What did Bloomberg say? No, stop it. Stop watching Bloomberg. Anything that has a commercial coming every 15 and a half minutes, they're not on TV to help you. They're on TV to exploit you, to keep your eyeballs watching. They will say whatever it takes to keep you watching another 12 and a half minutes so they can pump on another sponsored ad, right? Only reason, and I didn't even put ads on this channel. The only reason I put ads on this channel, I haven't even cashed out none of that money. It's just sitting on Google somewhere. The only reason I put ads on this channel is because it's my ideology that if YouTube makes money off my content, they might show it to more people, right? And so I get them a little bit of what they want, and hopefully I get 3%, 5% more people watching these videos, right? That's the only fucking reason. I don't make no money off no YouTube ads, right? How much money do CNBC make on sponsored ads every 12 and a half minutes? How much money do MSNBC make? How much money do Kramer the Clown make on his sponsored ads, right? These are the questions you need to start asking yourself. Who benefits from you taking the so-called financial advice of a paid actor on television? Probably the same company that's paying for that television show in the first place with $1 million of ads per week, right? Some things you need to recognize. Silver, real money, sound money, right? Available for you, $35 an ounce at mex.com, right? Check it out if you haven't done it already. Let's jump in. And then also somebody asked about the VIP trading groups. This is available to you as a premium service on bossofbitcoin.com. Again, I teach in detail how to trade with the boss method. It's a very, very, very fluid methodology, and it works both ways. You make money going up, you make money going down. As long as you got some motion in the ocean, you should be just fine. The profit package is the top 7 coins to trade every 7 days in markets like this. You know, when the market is down, you know, I'm not going to gamble or speculate with my community. So there isn't a list right now. But when it is hot, when we have money to be made, then yes, I'm picking coins. And those coins are generally, on average, the best coins in the market for you to have. Boss Alert Messages is the trading videos. Every other day I come on and I do a detailed analysis on the market specifically for that trading group. So even if you are in the profit package during times like this, I basically upgrade everybody to the Boss Alert Messages so that they all get the same information, because again, it's not 7 coins that I could pick with general expectancy for you to make money in the foreseeable future. Once that time comes, then profit package does get 7 coins, and the Boss Alert Messages will get the VIP trading videos. But for now, everybody gets both of them because we're in a down market, and I want my people to make as much money as possible, right? I want 1 million millionaires behind me one day, right? I know I'm gonna be one. Who else is coming with me, right? Thank you, Jan, right? Sometimes we got to break out our own matrix and be our own boss. BYOB. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Let's jump into some of the charts right now. Everybody, if you haven't done it already, make sure you hit that like button again. I do give away free Litecoin, as you can see on the air, and I am trying to help people make money on this newly found blockchain technology. It's a lot of disinformation out there, a lot of pigeons squawking on the street trying to retain views and ratings, and sometimes we just gotta wipe the board clean. Sometimes it's like playing Monopoly, you know what I'm saying? Monopoly. This is exactly what the American cacophony of economics has become. It's become a Monopoly board, right? The problem is that the companies and the oligarchs have been playing on the same board for the better part of 400 years. You think that you could get your little $1,500 a month and have a chance at winning. All you got to do is pass go enough times. The board's already bought up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we just got to throw the damn board on the table, kick it on the floor, and start our own board. That's going to be on the blockchain, right? This is the new board for the next 100 years. It's being built as we speak. We have some of the top companies in the world already migrating to blockchain technology. Everywhere you go out, I go out to buy a cheeseburger the other day. They said, scan this QR code. Wherever you see a QR code, you should think blockchain technology. Because running in the background is the same system, the same process that Bitcoin and blockchain facilitate. Right? COVID happened. Everybody got to scan damn iPhone camera just to get a menu. Blockchain. That is a process. That is a digital process that can be validated and verified using blockchain. Right? The whole world is going to this protocol. Now, if you want to benefit from that inevitable transition, that's your call, right? I'm here to lead as many people to freedom as I possibly can, because it's like sometimes you got to set your own self free. Come back and get everybody else when they ready, right? All right, let's jump on the chart. My man Tex Devo said Neo and Digibyte, right? Neo and Digibyte. So let's do Neo first. Okay, so one thing I will do, I normally talk about this in my VIP trading groups, because Bitcoin is down. Bitcoin is net negative, right? We are losing dollars over time, right? One thing you got to remember when you're looking at these charts, if the general trend of the chart is down and to the right, these are two different variables right here, right? Bitcoin is the first variable, USDT is the second variable. You see that? But if this chart is going down and to the right, that means the variable on the bottom, the second variable, is more valuable. So that's the one you want to trade for, right? So technically, if we were going to consider buying Neo, we would ask the question, is Neo making more dollars over time because Bitcoin is what? Losing dollars. So as long as we have a trade that's winning dollars, we win twice. You see what I'm saying? And so now I'm going to look up Neo but that lesson in itself is a lesson most people don't understand. Most people don't get, right? You have the option. You can either trade for Bitcoin or trade for dollars. Measure your wealth in Bitcoin, measure it in dollars. As long as you trade for whatever's going up, you win, right? Neo, N-E-O. To the dollar, right? Boom, boom. It's just as bad. But again, a lot of these charts are kind of baked into it to where we're coming up on this critical support level, right? Neo had about 3 months to where it was within a very, very, very small trading scale. See that? 3 months to where it was right around $40, right? And so now when we fell, we came right back to that level and the market bought it right back up. Probably had one big candle fall below it. The market bought it right back up. Now the problem Neo's gonna have is that That's a psychological level. And now I'm looking at the run that it had going up, right? Because once it falls below a certain level, then this place on the left-hand side, this was like a breakout ceiling, right? That was like a breakout ceiling. You see that? Where it broke out, hit that level, consolidated a little bit, broke out, hit that level, consolidated a little bit, right? Both of those, breakout ceiling. Now, coming on the way down, guess what? On the way down, they turn into breakdown floors, right? To where essentially it's basically the exact same thing, except on this time, it's like a little swing zone. Instead of the market consolidating before it goes higher, it consolidates before it goes lower. Boom. Boom. And you see how it's almost like the exact same price, right? Now, one thing I teach is that we can actually go inside this chart and draw some harmonics in it with the Fibonacci and figure out where these different levels are and how prevalent they will be in that cycle, right? And you can see this section right here basically corresponds with our 4.2 to 4.6, right? That's that level. Like it just landed right in the middle. You see that? Now we're coming up to where we're net negative on this 3.2. The 3.2 is a very, very, very strong magnet for these nodes. So now that we're under the 3.2, I would say we will continue going lower to hopefully fall and consolidate right where we started right there. That would actually form what's called a double bottom in crypto. You know, once we do something like that, boom, boom, right? You get that second little peak down, and that could be a floor, right? Double tops are bullish for Bitcoin. I also say double bottoms, you know, normally catch, especially when you have large areas of consolidation on the left-hand side of the chart, right? So what we're looking for NEO, I wouldn't say go out and buy it now. You know, I think this is a false rally. You probably, if you're going to look to invest in it, right, to where you basically buy it at a cheap price and hold it, knowing that it will go up in value over time. We don't guess here. We don't hope. We know, right? I believe Confucius said there's two types of people in the world, people that want to believe and people that want to know. As long as you believe, you best believe you will be getting lied to a majority of the time. But once you know what truth is, then you no longer need to rely on someone else's willingness to share it with you, right? This is a very, very, very big stepping stone for humanity. We need to stop believing and start knowing, right? And mathematics actually helps us understand and know when we will have value from something, expected value moving into the future, right? And so NEO is definitely going to come back down. I would say if you're going to look to acquire it, to buy it, probably jump in. If you can get it below 32, then that should be a pretty good trade for you, right? 32 is all the way down here. That's below that 1.6 right there. If you can buy it like a wick down below 32, 28, somewhere in there, that'll probably be a pretty good trade because at that point, the market will start to buy it back up, right? You have to look on this side because on this side of the chart, it didn't go below 32 for too long, right? Boom, boom. Those are the exact same buyers and sellers that are in the market right now, right? Boom. 32.11. So if you can buy it on the right-hand side below that line, look how long it stayed below that line. It wasn't down there that long. You know, even when it was running up here, bam, bam, just a couple wicks. So if you could buy it below that price over here, you should have a general expectation that it will continue to go higher with time, right? I think another thing that we're going to run into, another problem that you have in this chart is that I think we've just broken through that. Yeah, we've broken through like this critical support. So this is going to be this is an investment at this point. This isn't a trade anymore, right? This is definitely an investment because you have to wait on time to fill this chart and to pay you out. And that doesn't look like it's going to be coming in. Earliest it could probably come is the middle of July, but I think Bitcoin is going to take another fall in the middle of July. And so you want to be overly optimistic and say you can get it at 32 and it can flatline and start to move higher as it did, kind of like in this wedge right there, right? There you go. That's NEO. It's not a great chart to buy into, I would say, but for investing, just look to buy it, low 30s. You should be fine. Right now it's at 50, so, you make like 40% on the buy, right? If you buy it under 30, 32, then you just save 35%. You see what I'm saying? And that's the biggest, one of the biggest insights I've learned with trading is you don't make your money on the sell, you make it on the buy. So if you got a great asset, buy it as cheap as you possibly can and let that great asset pay you for your insight over time. Oh, by the way, this is silver. I don't know if you got the memo yet. Silver is $32 an ounce. One of the most valuable assets throughout the history of humanity is available for you for the low price of $32.40. They say preacher, they got some preachers selling you snake oil. You can't even buy no snake oil nowadays for $32. You know what I'm saying? But you get you 1 ounce of 995, right? Let's see. My man Young Emu said got silver way back in 2014 like a boss. You know what I'm saying? I started stacking in 2016, I believe. So I wasn't too far behind you. Peter, check your Telegram, sign up for the profit package, waiting for the group invite at the Boss BK. Peter, I am looking on my list right now. I don't see you at the Boss BK, right? This is my Telegram at the Boss BK. I'm on here right now. I don't see you, Peter. You probably sent it to the wrong one, right? At the Boss BK. ICP. Let me see ICP. Is this on Telegram? Is ICP on Telegram? This is the first I've heard about it. ICP. Let's see what it did to Bitcoin first. So this is a new coin, right? That's not bad. It's flatlining at a point to where most coins are breaking down. So at least it has some resilience in the market. It's not too much I could pull up on this chart with it. So let's look at CoinMarketCap then. ICP. Hit the thumbs up button, people, if you haven't done it yet. I'll do this chart or this coin, and then I will do one more. How to chart like a boss. There you go, Peter. Thank you. Now I see you. How to chart like a boss. Learn how to make money. Internet computer on a bunch of watch lists. That means a bunch of people talking about it. Let's see. Yes, Peter, that's the right one. I see you now. Let's see market, right? So I'm Binance, Coinbase. All right, so first thing I do whenever I research a coin, like they just said ICP. I haven't heard about this yet. I gotta, I guess I gotta get back on my P's and Q's and know what's happening in these streets, right? But first thing I do is I go on CoinMarketCap and I look at the markets, this little tab right here, and then I see where is it available, right? If it's not available on Binance or Coinbase, then I probably don't even consider it to trade it. But this one is actually available on, I think, the top 3 exchanges in the world, 3 of the top 5, and then it's available on KuCoin. So you got decentralized on there, OK Exchange. So this one has accessibility. That's pretty good. Market cap looks like 17 billion. How come I haven't heard about this? What is this? Let me see. All right, $145. Right, when we look at this right here, One of the things I noticed right away, 150 bucks. Definitely has price consolidation. You had a long-term breakdown, right? I tell you, it's 3 parts to any cycle. Breakout, breakdown, flatline. What comes next is normally breakout, right? So as long as it's above or close to $150, that's a very, very good sign. Right now, it's at 145. And this thing just is brand new, right? So is that what it is? It's just a new chart, a new coin? That's a huge amount to fall. When did it fall? When did it come out? Let me see. So this thing came out May 10th, and today is May 24th. 150, 520. Wow, that's a huge amount. It's down 50% in 2 weeks. So this might be one of the best coins to get right now. This really might be one of the best coins to get. I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna have to look it up. And it's a top 10. How does it launch in the top 10 inside of 2 weeks? $17 billion just showed up inside 2 weeks in this one equity, in this one coin. 100,000 watch lists, right? Yeah, this might be one of the better coins to get at the moment. And just this is an investment at this point. This is an investment vehicle. And then the other thing I like, 0.0038. One of those zeros is probably going to disappear over time. So that's like 100x on this coin. You saw it like on Digibyte and Stratus and Stellar. First year that they came out, bam, take off. 100x, crazy. First year coins, like the baby boomers, I call them. That's if you can hit them, if you can land them before mainstream adoption comes and the market really comes behind it, you can make some major gains. But this one is a little bit of a speculation, right? I'll say this is our temporal floor right now. This would be our resistance, right? Right now we're on the lower end of that. I might wait for Bitcoin to drop again to see what happens. If I can buy it down there, then that would be a much better price of buying it up there. You see what I'm saying? But regardless, once it breaks through that ceiling, this thing is probably off to the races to go at least up there, right? This is just a consolidation squeeze play, but younger coins, when they come out, especially in a bear market, they continue to move down. So I would probably look to get this at the lower low that I talked about with the last chart. And that way, if you can get it down there, you could have pretty good confidence that price will hold. That's at right around 3240 Satoshis, right? But even if it breaks out and goes up, buy it above 45. Buy it above 45 or below 35, right? Don't waste time sitting in the middle waiting for something to happen. Either buy it on the buy, buy it on the fall or buy it on the run. Either way, you should make money, and you don't have to wait very long, right? You never want to have to wait a long time for any coin to pay you in either direction. But this is a good coin. I'm going to do my research on it, and I'm going to probably come back with a dedicated video on this one, right? And then Jay said, so how is Bitcoin going to take down the CJBs if they fundamentally hold all cryptos? Exactly. Yes, this is the flaw in the market, right? And what people don't realize is the United States government is actually the #1 holder of Bitcoin because they seized all the Bitcoin from Mt. Gox and the Silk Road, right? They never gave it back. They gave a couple of their buddies, you know what I'm saying? The inside run on some of it, but they still holding most of it. They've been holding it since Bitcoin $200. So, it's not a perfect system, but at least the economy is designed to increase in value over time. Inflation versus deflation, right? The dollar is inflationary. It's literally like a hot air balloon. The more air you put into it, the bigger the balloon get. But guess what? At some point, bam, it's gonna pop. To whereas Bitcoin is deflationary, the circulating supply decreases over time. You know, the injection of supply decreases over time. So value, presumably, increases as long as demand stays constant. However, as we know with Bitcoin, demand is also increasing. More people are converting to blockchain. More people are starting to buy Bitcoin. More people are learning about Bitcoin. More companies are using blockchain technology, right? So now you have a situation to where the supply will decrease and the demand will increase, causing an exponential increase in price. That's what we've seen since 2008, right? Bitcoin used to be a few pennies. Now it's now we're saying it's cheap at 37,000. You see? I go back and look at some of my old videos. Bitcoin Bitcoin $2,400, $3,600, you know, $4,500, $6,400. And now we're at Bitcoin 37K. It's all relative, right? There is no dollar amount that you can put on Bitcoin either way, because it has absolutely nothing to do with the dollar, right? The two systems are mutually exhaustive. What does that mean? Mutually exhaustive, right? This means that for every dollar that shows up in the Bitcoin economy, for every dollar that shows up on this chart, guess what happens? It is forever, on average, forever removed from Wall Street, right? Dollars on Wall Street cannot coexist on the blockchain. So what do? They keep printing more dollars so that they can support one of the economies while they take away value from the other. But then go ahead and you look at, you know, the longer chart, and this trend is still up and to the right, you see. And so essentially we have a situation to where many dollars are being printed, and asset value is still rising. And this is irrational exuberance where everybody, you know, can write their own ticket. However, you know, we see one of the asset classes coming down, which is crypto. But you still got silver, you still got gold, you still got real estate, you still got precious metals, you still got NASDAQ, Wall Street, you know, you still got traditional investment vehicles. Those have not seen the decrease that Bitcoin has seen over this time. Only Bitcoin is the one that went down. 401k is still up, healthcare still up, finance still up, you know. And so now it's like you have to start to look at it. Like, what's going to happen next, right? Either they continue to print dollars forever, or, you know, a transition has to happen, right? This money has to go somewhere. And when it does, I think that's when we'll see Bitcoin start to take off. We need to hold right here, though, right? We need to hold right there. But if you see Bitcoin fall below 31, 32, below that, make a lower low, look out below. We might have some problems, right? And that's where I think we'll end up, 24, between 24 and 27, right? All right. So good. I think that's it, everybody. Again, we do have communities available for you. Telegram is one of them. Library is another. And then if you so well please, you can sign up for our VIP trading communities on bossofbitcoin.com. Before I ever do a YouTube video, every day before I do a YouTube video, I make sure each one of these groups is updated with the most relevant information to prepare them for success in that trading day, right? So these guys have my undevoted attention, devout attention, you know, one of those words. They have my attention, they are my priority. So if you want to be included in that group, the information is available for you on bossofbitcoin.com. At the end of the day, I do believe this is one of the best times for you to position yourself to be well received on the other side of this paradigm shift that will be through the acquisition of precious metals and blockchain technology, right? So with that being said, everybody, it's that time of the day signing out. Boss. Boy BK, no matter where you stay, Brazil to Bay, or California, all the way back out through Germany. Good night, good morning, and good day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your time. Hit that thumbs up button for a player one time. Do that for me if you appreciate mine. Till we meet again, stay cryptic, y'all. Peace.
Like a boss.
Huh?